Whoever said that a picture is worth 1,000 words must not have known the power of seductive speech. Why is that? Because out of all the tools us women possess to make men interested in us, our voice is one of the most overlooked and underused for doing so. Hey ladies, Amy North here. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a relationship coach from Vancouver, Canada, and author of The Devotion System, a program designed to help women find the love they want and deserve. And today I want to share with you some sneaky tips for making your voice seem attractive to men. All too often, women think the most effective way to get a guy's attention is by oozing with sex appeal or using overly forward body language. And while these do work for catching his eye, what really does wonders for attracting men is your voice. In fact, the way you carry it and control your speech are just as, if not more so, effective and efficient than other bodily tricks. So then, how can you use your voice to attract men? That's exactly what I'm about to teach you. Before I do though, I'd like to quickly ask that if you enjoy this video or find it at all helpful, then please take a moment to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Your support is what makes these videos possible. Now that that's out the way, let's get started. And to do so, I want to explain by what I mean by voice, because as obvious as it may seem, there's more to it than you may realize. Believe it or not, voice can be broken down into 5 key parts or factors, and these are tone, structure, dictation, detail, and imagery. For the remainder of this video, I'm going to talk about each one of these individually and explain how you can use them to your advantage. So, let's begin with tone. Tone is the attitude and personality you give your words. The tone you use brings your words to life, and the good news is that you have complete control over it. Truth be told, the first thing a man notices about your voice is the tone, which is why using the right one is so important if you're looking to win him over. Just like the wrong tone will send him running for the hills, the right one will have him hanging off your every word. So, when speaking to a man you're interested in, be sure to use a lighthearted, upbeat, and positive tone. When he gets the impression that you're an enjoyable person to be around, then he's going to want to see you more often. Even if negative or unpleasant topics do come up in conversation, because believe me, they very well could, try to keep a neutral tone and avoid being overly opinionated about touchy topics. This is especially important if you're just getting to know him. In the meantime, keep in mind that playful tones will show him you're into him, while more saucy and seductive ones will let him know that you're looking to turn up the heat between the two of you. Next is structure, and just as the name implies, it's how you control pace and focus on your speech. In a conversation, structure is what makes it possible to flow from one thought to the next in a smooth, efficient, sensible way. Those who have mastered this factor know how to steer a conversation in whichever way they so choose, which is why it's so important to perfect. For instance, you can be in charge of a conversation without him even realizing it, which in the long run can actually help you get what you want from the situation. Yes, in some ways it's arguably the art of manipulation, but for the sake of this video, let's stick to how structure can boost your odds with a man. So, in order to keep his attention on you and attraction in full force, it's important that you avoid using filler words that can make you seem less confident or unsure of yourself. Instead, speak steady and smoothly, and be sure to enunciate every single word. For examples of sentences you can use to win over any man, visit my site, www.coachnorth.com, and watch the free video presentation. There you'll learn all about my devotion sequences, which are sentences designed to make men wild with desire for you. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Now let's talk about dictation, which in its most basic form is word choice. It's what gives your sentences a distinctive you signature, your own flair, if you will. Yes, it can be tough to change your dictation completely from speaking with one person to the next, but even the slightest variations can have a powerful impact. I mean, you wouldn't want to talk to your dream man the same way you talk to your mother, would you? So, when talking to a potential love interest, it's important that you choose your words wisely if you're looking to attract him. For instance, you can show off your intelligence or passion here in a way that will have them anticipating what's next, simply by using the right terms and phrases. Also, keep in mind that your word choice can make or break a meaningful conversation. So as the saying goes, think before you speak. Now let's briefly talk about details, which really is where all the magic happens. The beauty of details is that they can take many forms and create many feelings. In fact, an unpleasant conversation can do a complete 360 by simply adding the right details. Unfortunately, however, this works both ways, which means that a brilliant conversation can crash and burn with the wrong details. Now, details aren't just words. Of course they can be, such as adjectives to bring a story to life or to emphasize a feeling, But in this case, details can also mean accenting certain vowels when you speak or lowering your voice to set the mood for the conversation. Simply put, details are the little things that make a huge difference. And believe me, they'll take you far when it comes to attracting men. I mean, who doesn't enjoy a gifted flirt or talented storyteller? So don't forget to include details in your speech. It'll keep him wanting more. And lastly, let's talk about imagery, the force that gives your words power, emotion, and meaning. The bits that cause him to remember your voice and the things you say. The images you imprint on his mind, if you will. Now, in a world where text messaging has become a social norm, it's easy to forget about imagery. But if you really want to attract a man, then it's important that you don't skimp out here. Why? Because this imagery is debatably the most important tool in your vocal arsenal. Now, the good news is that you don't have to be a poet to make your words sing. In fact, simply making an effort to choose words that are bold and bright will pay off here. Because when you do, you'll have your man interested in things you have to say. And when that happens, the rest comes easy. Well, that just about does it for this video, but before I wrap things up, I do want to invite you to weigh in. Do you think these tips are helpful? Have you tried them before? Do you have your own ideas to share? Really do post those in the comment section below. I would absolutely love to hear from you. Also, if you have any questions or comments about what I've covered here today, then please feel free to post those as well, and I'll do my best to get back to you all soon. Again, if you enjoyed this video, then please take a quick moment to click the subscribe button below. Once you do, you'll be notified anytime I release a new video, and you'll also have access to all my other dating advice topics I've covered. Don't forget to share these with your girlfriends too. Not only will I appreciate the support, but I'm sure they'll love that you're looking out for them as well. So as always, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, take care and good luck.